Haikal, have you ever been to Japan?
Yes, I have visited Japan a few years ago. It was an incredible experience.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And where did you go?
Well, I started my trip in Tokyo. I had always heard so much about the city, and it excited my expedition. The buzzing street, the towering skyscraper, and its neon light were so captivating. And visit the heroic Asakusa district, where I explored the Sensoji temple and walked along a Nakimi street.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you get a chance to visit any other cities in Japan?
Absolutely. From Tokyo, I took the bullet train to Kyoto. It was like speeding into the driven era. The city is known for traditional temples, screens, and beautiful garden. I visited the famous Kiyomizu-dera temple, which offered stunning view of the city, especially during the cherry blossom season.
Oh, the cherry blossom must have been breathtaking. Did you try any traditional Japanese food?
Yes, definitely. I made sure to try a famous Japanese dish in Kyoto. Include a traditional Keisuke meal with consisted of multiple course of beautifully present and delicious dishes.
It sounds like you had an incredible culinary experience. Did you have any memorable encounter with the locals?
Yeah, absolutely, the Japanese people were so polite and welcoming. I remember one particular incident in Osaka. I got a bit lost local neighborhood and asked for a direction from an elderly gentleman. Not only did they have give me direction, but he actually walked me to my destination. Even though it was quite a distant ways, it was a heartwarming and experience that showcased the kindness of the people.
That's such a heartwarming story. Japan truly seems like a country with a rich culture and friendly people. Did you have time to explore any natural attraction?
Yes, I did after Tokyo visit Hiroshima and Miyajima and Iceland. Miyajima is famous for the floating theory gate, which was the sight of to behold. I took a cable car up the Mount Mission and enjoyed the breathtaking view of the surrounding island and the Seto Inland Sea.
Wow, that must have been an inspiring view. Did you learn anything interesting about Japanese history during your trip?
Absolutely, I visited the Hiroshima Place Memorial Museum, which provided a deeply moving insight into the tragic event of the atomic bombing during the World War II. It was summer reminder to importance of peace and defining the consequence of war.
That sounds like a profound experience. Japan has such a complex history, and it's important to remember and learn from it. Overall, it sounds like your trip to Japan was incredible and full of unforgettable moments.
Yeah, definitely Japan has so much to offer from its bustling cities to its serene natural landscape and rich cultural heritage. I feel grateful to have had opportunity to explore and immerse myself in such a unique and captive country. I would love to go back someday and discover even more hidden gems.
I can imagine how much you must miss Japan after such an amazing trip. Is there anything else you would like to share about your experience?
Well, one more highlight of my trip was visiting iconic Mount Fuji. It took a day trip from Tokyo to the Fuji 5 Lake region, and the view of the majestic mountain was simply breathtaking. It was lucky to have clear weather that day, so I could see Fujisan in all the grandeur. It was a surreal experience standing at the base as such a removing symbol of Japan.
That sounds absolutely incredible. I've seen so many pictures of Mount Fuji, but I can only imagine how inspiring it must be to see it in person. Did you have a chance to engage in any traditional culture activity during your trip?
Yes, I did. In Tokyo, I participated in the tea ceremony, which was beautiful and an experience. I learned about the art of the tea preparation and got to enjoy a cup of matcha tea in the traditional tea house.
Uh, Thank you for your kind words. I'm definitely inspired to start planning a trip to Japan now. Before we end our conversation, is there anything else you will recommend to someone who's planning to visit Japan?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I would highly recommend in explore to lesser known areas and of the beaten path destination. Well, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka are popular worth visiting. There are so many hidden gems in Japan. Places like Kanazawa, Nara, Hiroshima, and Takayama offer unique culture, experience, and picture landscape is worth visiting beyond the major city to discover the beauty of the country.
That's great advice. It's always exciting to uncover hidden treasure and experience the local culture in less touristy area. I will definitely keep that in mind when I plan my trip. Thank you for sharing all your insights and story about Japan. It was a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. It was a pleasure sharing my experience with you. I hope you have an incredible time when you visit Japan. Don't hesitate to read off. If you have any more questions, safe travel and enjoy your journey to the land of the rising sun.
Thank you so much for your kind voices. I will definitely keep that in my mind.
Yeah.
Take care, and I will be sure to reach out if I have any more questions. Have a wonderful day.
Okay. Cheers, and
Okay, see you soon.